Hi everyone, Don Giannatti, lighting-essentials.com and project52prosystem.com. I'm going to try to keep this short, but it's been on my mind this weekend. A lot of people in my group are talking about it, and that is what happens if you can't be a photographer anymore. A lot of things happen. It's not unique to photography. Sometimes photographers fail. That's not new. Sometimes photographers' clients move on. Sometimes the art director that you've worked with for 10 years retires or gets a better job offer somewhere else and takes off. New art director comes in and they've got a friend who's a photographer. This shit isn't new. Shit isn't new at all. And it's also not just in photography. It's not just in photography, this happens, but it doesn't happen in anything else. Bullshit. It happens in all professions, all the time. And sometimes we're not prepared. Sometimes we are. I can remember a story about a photographer here in Phoenix whose only client was a great big department store. This is back when department stores would actually advertise in local newspapers. The Phoenix newspapers here would have these great big sections that you would come out of the newspaper, be full of pictures from different department stores. And one day, this was, and he is so busy with them that it was his only client. Shot 5 days a week, probably most of the day. Had a couple of assistants processing the film and getting it back. I mean, it was a production. And one day the art director said, as they're shooting, she said, "Oh, we're so excited. You're going to be so happy for us. We got our own photographer now. We're building a studio down at the department store, and we hired a photographer to come in and do all our work." Yeah, he was really pretty excited about that. He recovered. It was hard. It was damned hard. You know about putting all your eggs in one basket kind of thing? Don't do that. Dangerous. Look, stuff happens. And when something happens, people tend to think, well, it happened to me, so I guess it's going to happen to everybody else. Or people think, well, it happened to that guy, so it'll happen to me. No, not necessarily. Being in business today is hard. It's not easy. Did anyone say, oh, it was going to be easy? Oh, yeah, there's a couple of people on Facebook selling a bunch of pile of shit, telling you, you can triple your rates and just buy my $12 ebook or sign up for my goddamn email or whatever. We got a name for those people. We're not going to go there. What I'm saying is being in business is hard. And if you put all your eggs in the advertising part of this business, you're going to flounder now and then. Being in the advertising end of photography is very hard. Can you be a full-time photographer and not work for ad agencies? Oh, hell yeah. You can work for brands. You can work for companies. You can work for mom and pops. You can work for distributors. You can work for a lot of companies without touching ad agencies. I stopped shooting for ad agencies back before the 2000s, mainly because I'm not even going to go there. I just stopped. I didn't want to work with ad agencies anymore. I worked with designers. I worked with companies. I built my own sort of thing. But stuff happens. It happens all the time. It happens to one person. Does that mean it's going to happen to you? No. It means you're going to be wise and do what you're going to learn from what happened to that person, and you're going to say, I'm not going to make that mistake. One of the most important things you can do is stay fresh, stay modern, and ask for help. Why is it that photographers think they can do it all? If you're a photographer who designed your own logo, built your own website, and you did all your collateral material, and you designed your promo yourself, and you're not particularly good at design, why would you do that? Ask for help. You can't do everything. You just can't. Now, if you're a designer who's also a photographer, or a photographer who's also a designer, knock yourself out. But you know where the lines are. As Clint Eastwood once say, a man's got to know his limitations. Woman too. Just get help. If you start to flounder, talk to a consultant, talk to a rep, go to a meeting, those things they have in Palm Springs, New York City, Chicago, and talk to reps there and say, what's wrong? Get some feedback. Don't just flounder. There are ways to do it without having to throw in the towel. Check your expenses. See, when someone fails and they come out and they say, well, I failed, so you're going to fail. I have questions. I don't know what you did to help or stave off your failure. Maybe it was inevitable. I don't know. Do you have a 4,000 square foot studio that you're paying a $6,000 a month for? Do you have a big fancy house? Are you deep in debt for camera gear? Are you doing the marketing? Are you doing the promotion? Are you doing what you have to do? Are you shooting for yourself every single week? We'll steal Joel Grimes here. Joel Grimes shoots for himself every single week. You doing that? See, if you're not doing that, you're not keeping up with Joel. And Joel is a full-time photographer. We have to understand our responsibilities to stay in business. And being fresh, being new, being up to date, and asking for help. Really, really important things. Anyway, it's always sad when I hear somebody had to go out of business, and I'm very sad to hear that. I love small business, and I love people who create small business. I love entrepreneurs, and it's very sad for me. So ask for help, folks. Get it before the end. Y'all have a great one. I'll talk to you next time.